Motorola's $1,500 Razr device is now delayed. We just did the video. You were there.
Yeah.
We did the video. Upstairs, we had a time. We flipped. We folded. We had phone calls. Some people were upset at the phone call because I was doing a skit. And I was saying, I don't care about St. Louis. And a couple people said, I'm from St. Louis, and that hit me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they didn't, the follow-up, I think I named an actual football team because I was being Jerry Maguire.
Giants.
But it was out of context.
Yeah.
And it was with the Giants, maybe they didn't put together if they're not a football fan. So what I meant when I said St. Louis, well, St. Louis lost their football team, so it's stupid all around.
Right.
It's a huge fail
Yeah.
because the Rams moved. But, of course, if we're going back to Jerry Maguire, then they existed at the point at which the skit was meant to parody. Yeah. So you see how complicated the whole situation got. Because if I went back to the Jerry Maguire timeline, in which case the St. Louis Rams were still there. Talking about Kurt Warner and others. Yeah. It's very complicated. But anyway, shout out St. Louis Barbecue, St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup champions.
There you go.
So don't feel bad if you're in St. Louis right now. I did not mean it like that. I'll roll through. I'll come through. Yeah. Me and Willie we're going to have some ribs. Oh, some barbecue ribs. Yeah. You know anything about them?
Not really, no.
You don't know much about it?
I know ribs. They're delicious.
Well, what do you... Okay. Is it a side or a back rib, or what are we going to do?
Everything.
Okay, he's going to do it all. Is the barbecue sauce smoky? Is it spicy? What are we going to have?
Savory.
Yeah, okay.
You?
Yeah, I like a sweet and smoky.
Oh, okay.
Together.
Yeah.
This Razr phone apparently is a hot commodity. It's a hot product, or so they say. Now, granted, they can kind of tell us whatever they want at this point, but they're saying specifically that there's been higher than expected demand. I don't know how they gauge that. The pre-order is not even open yet, right? Pre-order was set for December 26th, day after Christmas. So without the pre-order, how do you gauge the interest? Maybe they look at the Unbox Therapy video. They say 4.5 million viewers. There's the interest.
There's going to be 1 million that's going to buy them for sure. So
who knows how they track it? It must actually be social media activity. Yeah. Would be the way you would figure out what the interest was, or maybe people emailing Motorola or whatever. I don't know, but they're saying already pre-order that they can't meet the demand. Demand has been high, and as a result, has quickly outgrown supply predictions. So this is what's hard, man. When you're doing things in life, when you're out there playing the game instead of watching from the sidelines, when you're actually making something, you gotta manage all this prediction. How many people? How long can a person wait on a pre-order? What would be reasonable and manageable? Do you push the whole thing back because you might have some buyers, it's like 3 months down the road and it's a bad experience at that point. So you try to manage expectations. Now, granted, there could be other things going on too in the production side where they thought they were going to have a higher yield. They're in there tinkering with the tools and whatnot. And they say, we think by the 26th, we're going to have X number available within this time frame. And then things don't go according to plan. They say, look, we're going to have to delay the whole thing. They didn't state that because you probably wouldn't. You probably would state this specifically. But nonetheless, it does appear people are excited about this device just based on our content and the reaction to it and reaction to other content on the internet regarding this particular phone. So how many do they want to deliver? Do they expect to deliver? I don't know. I think Samsung was saying they sold 500,000 of the Fold. Maybe Motorola thinks they're going to move 1 million units. That's a lot of folding. That's a Razr 2019. You know what's interesting about this product specifically is because it has the nostalgia factor, you get this feeling that just some tech fans in general just kind of want to have this thing around. The Fold was more, you had this perception that it was just a step in the path, that there was going to be another better version of the Fold within a year or something. This one is paying so much respect to the original. I think I said it in a video. It's got a certain it's got a certain tent pole museum quality to it. The Razr is back in the first rebirth of the old school phone in the new school form. You see what I'm saying here?
It seems like, the Razr, the original, was a V1, and this is a direct
That's what I'm
V2.
saying. It's like it's like they did the original Blade Runner and then they did the next Blade Runner, like years later. Now, I don't know if people like the new Blade Runner because I didn't see it. I can't, because the original means something to me, so I can't see the new one.
Well, you should. It's good.
No, I know you guys are saying it's good, but you see how it can get risky.
Yeah.
You go in there, you take it the wrong way. You go in there on a bad day, you had a bad sleep, you had a bad breakfast. You go in there.
It's all about the mindset.
You got to go in with the right mindset.
Yeah.
Can't spoil the original. So I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm a work in progress in that department, but I prefer to have the good breakfast beforehand.
All right.
To be clear.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day if you can just put the hash brown right on the egg sandwich, if that's acceptable or not, to expedite the process, or if you had to put it to the side.
Whataburger just had like a breakfast sandwich that they did put the hash
No, I know,
browns
but
in,
you see,
know
they
what I
did,
mean? They did, yeah.
You see, because it's a real controversial topic whether or not a potato is allowed on any type of sandwich.
Really?
Yeah, you don't see a potato on a sandwich, Will.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. You don't see a potato on a
Well,
sandwich.
people put fries in
What you
burgers,
will
right?
see, no, that's people doing it. They don't do it officially. What you will see, however, is a potato pizza. They will do this.
Oh, yeah, in Japan, it's
They
really
will do a potato pizza. So it's real. We're in the gray area. Okay, Whataburger did it. Will, you nailed it,
There was
man.
a commercial about it.
You nailed it. Holy moly. It's an egg sandwich, cheeseburger, bacon, hash brown, breakfast burger. Kirk took a deep breath looking at that. He took a deep breath. He took a deep breath, Will. Did you hear that? He looked at it and he went, he felt it. He looked at it, he
look
felt
delicious,
it. Yeah.
for sure.
I didn't expect him to feel it like that, though. Look at the old school styrofoam Whataburger cup with the 1970s logo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy, I don't know what would.
And you get extra hash browns.
Plus, the guy in the background, he's got the collared shirt with the light blue. He's got work to do after this.
He's a working man.
He's looking for the fuel, and he's about to hit it. And he doesn't have that much time, so you got to have the hash browns right on the sandwich.
Yeah.
So think about it. Now, in the case of the Razr, what I'm trying to say here, Will, is that I feel it's almost a collector's item out the gate. And that's what's different about it compared to the Fold. The Fold might be an interesting device in the history of devices, but this one, it's got that strong nostalgia factor, which is going to be tough to track to figure out how people want it. On the flip side, it's a Verizon exclusive. So you got to weigh that out, and are there going to be certain promotions, and how's that all going to work? Either way, it appears that people are interested. Motorola is saying people are interested, enough so that they're going to move the actual launch date back. They're going to postpone it until when? Does it state in here when they're going to postpone it to, or is it up in the air for the time being? Oh, it was supposed to launch December 26th for pre-order with a launch date in January. The delay wouldn't be a significant shift. So it's going to be somewhere near there, but that's where we're at for now.
Yeah.
So it's still squarely in the 2020 zone. Maybe we're looking at February. Maybe we're looking at the end of January.
Q2 maybe?
We got to wait and see. It's making me feel more special now. I play with the phone.
Oh.
I was flipping around. I couldn't. It's not still here. It had to leave the studio.
You enjoyed
unfortunately.
your time.
I enjoyed my
the
time with it. It was a fun time.